Hi everybody and welcome to day 4, tip 4 in our 30 driving test tips in 30 days. Hopefully you're enjoying them so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of these tips, taking you right up until the end of January. This is a very important tip this time, I think, and it's maybe something people don't give enough thought to, and that is, how do you pick your driving instructor? How do you select them? So we're going to run through quite a few tips and a bit of guidance for you to get that perfect instructor that suits you. And watch right to the end, because I think the last tip is probably the most important. But let's start off where I think most people will go for advice on picking a driving instructor, and that is to asking friends and family for recommendations. Who did they go to? Were they happy? And this is usually a very good guideline and a great starting point. So ask around friends, family, acquaintances, see what their advice is. Once you get a little bit of advice and a couple of names start popping up, check out the instructor's experience. Have a look into their track record. Are they being successful at getting people past the driving test? Are learner drivers learning nice and efficiently and competently with them? And also, and very importantly, check their status on the RSA website. Make sure they are currently registered as an RSA approved driving instructor. Now, the instructor's teaching style is very, very important, because an instructor could be fantastic, but their style of teaching may not suit you. So it's very important. It's, again, a bit like a jigsaw. You have to click together the instructor's teaching style and what you expect from an instructor have to work, because you're going to be in a confined space within the car together for at least 12 hours of lessons. So the style of teaching has to work well for you. Also, don't make a decision based on a flashy website, just like our flashy instructor here. It's very important to bear in mind that the website was not created by the driving instructor, and the flashy website is no indication whatsoever of what kind of a driving instructor is behind it. So while you need to get information from websites, it's brilliant, etc., make sure you find out about the instructors behind the website and delve into reviews, etc. Google reviews can be quite good, and for the most part, people only give Google reviews when they feel the instructor has been really, really good. So watch out for those, but also watch out for the flashy websites. The next thing is don't decide on price alone. Remember that price alone, you have no indication, again, maybe of the instructor's ability or experience, etc. If you're booking on price alone, you could end up spending a whole lot more money in the end, by the way, because you might take a lot more lessons than you need rather than paying maybe a little more. And there tends to be a little difference really in the long run between driving instructors, maybe €5-10 max per lesson. And considering how important learning to drive safely and competently is, this is a very small price to pay. So I'd be slow to recommend people decide on price alone. And also be careful. A lot of these deals will be on paying for the full 12 lessons in advance. And of course, if you do that, then you are stuck with that driving school for that 12 lessons and that instructor. So if it's not working out after 1 or 2 lessons, then you're in a bit of a pickle. Also, and this is important, change the instructor if you're not happy. And I feel a lot of learner drivers don't actually know this, that if you're not happy with your instructor after a lesson or 2 or 3 or 4, or whatever the case may be, if it's just not working, it may not be the instructor's fault. It just may be that it doesn't suit your style of learning. You're free to change at any time. And that's why you should always keep your logbook. Very important. It says it on the top of your learner logbook, to be kept by the learner driver. So the instructor shouldn't keep your logbook, you should keep your logbook. And that also means if you ever need to change for whatever reason, even if an instructor maybe got sick and you had to change instructors for that reason, or they were going away on holidays and you had to take lessons elsewhere, it is very important that you keep your own logbook, and that way you are free to change to whatever instructor suits you. So Hopefully you found that helpful. If I've missed any tips there, if anybody knows of any more tips on picking an instructor, maybe you have some other criteria that you use to pick an instructor, please put them in the comments below, and I hope this has been helpful for people. Watch all our videos. This 30 tips in 30 days is just the series. If you go back through our videos, we have videos on all topics relating to the driving test, and also our website PassFirstTime.ie and our course A to Z of the driving test. If you are doing your driving test, all the best with it. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, and we will have the next tip on the way for you tomorrow.